Throwing again on second down. Brady over the middle. He finds Godwin complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Nice call by the defense there on third down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
Brady going to go on fourth down. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. So we see it right here on the opening drive. Throwing the football in these snowing conditions is going to be very, very tough. You wonder if they're going to rethink the aerial attack going forward.
It will be interesting, and it'll be a debate, because most of the quarterbacks that we know, they believe they can throw through anything. They don't care if it's rain, snow, it doesn't matter, as long as they get a chance to throw the football. And I think a lot of coaches think that in these conditions, let's throw it early before things get worse.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Jackson. They're looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's White. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Well, maybe that'll help him settle back into a groove after the interception on the first drive here, picking up the first to start drive number 2.
And it is just starting over, isn't it? Sometimes it's just how you have to do it. You have to erase things from your mind. Don't worry about what happened before, because over the course of the game, the good players, things turn out pretty well for them, and that's what he's trying to do here.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Brady going to throw. And I think the ball's out. And the ball is going to wind up out of bounds, so they will lose yardage, but they'll keep the football. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 41.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his second interception.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. He'll find Bateman once more. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. He finds Bateman over the middle. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Here we go now on first and goal. To throw is Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open just a split second too late on the release. Line of scrimmage, again, the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Jackson now. Escaping the pressure right. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. A huge win defensively there on the sack, setting him back 12 yards. And now 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal, Jackson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. When those extra defenders on the field, dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit into football.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And the Bucs are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, Charles certainly circled that play. We might have to revisit it later. They had 3 in their back pocket. They go for it on 4th and goal and throw the pick.
Well, you know, we're still in the first half. A bold call nonetheless. And I guess the book might have said take the 3, but it looks like they burned the book and just said give me the analytics. And the analytics said go for it. Didn't work out.
And oh, he almost had his 2nd pick of the game. Probably should have. Yeah, he's frustrated as it falls incomplete. Now a play fake. Brady. Flush to his right. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. There's no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you've got your best people in the area to try and take that away.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play action. Now Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
And in for the Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman on a touchdown throw from Lamar Jackson. And the Ravens use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's a wobbler, and it's intercepted. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. 30. 10. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fields it right around the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but any... Down the numbers! There he goes! The 30! 10, 5, touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, 78 yards. And the Bucs have taken the lead. They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A two-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch. And that is caught for the 2 points. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken from about the 12. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower to those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of them.
Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the Buccaneers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
On first down, Brady. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. But good hands there defensively at 2nd down.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defensive credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Brady. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Brady to throw again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Ravens will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Logan Ryan. Oh, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
Meanwhile, Brady's throw taken in by Evans here. And they'll work this down inside the 30. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Across the formation, he finds Godwin. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now Brady again. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Brady now to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And that will be incomplete as well.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Brady to throw for it on 4th down. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Tom Brady with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes. And the Bucs' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. A big loss on the play. That's the bad news. A consolation. They keep the football. Well, not content with a first-quarter lead, I guess. They're going to go onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. Play action. It's Jackson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Levante David. And the Bucs are going to take over at their own 41. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me, because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. Play action. Now it's Brady. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Working from the gun, it's Brady. He completes this to Russell Gage. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Brady's throw there complete, and he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. And that pass puts him up over 200 yards already here in the first.
And what it also does is it allows the offensive coordinator to be not selective anymore, but a little looser, right? You're feeling good about things. Accurate, ball's being completed, yard.
Touchdown! Leonard Fournette, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. Taken from about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
4 yards the pickup, first down. Now it's Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Edwards. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty. And now the ball's out, fumbled near midfield, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now.
Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number one, maybe they're not having this deficit, and number 2, maybe they actually have the lead.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Throwing on first down is Brady. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
Brady will try again on 2nd down. Rolling to his right. And Brady has it over the middle. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Brady. Gets it out quick. It's Gage on the slant. And the Bucs are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I didn't like the play call. I loved it. Running situation for sure on 4th and short. They got the defense to commit too many men in the box to stop the run and have the guts to go for the pass instead. And as a result, they're set up first and goal.
And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady. And the Bucs continue to pull away here in this first half. In the second quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on.
And now here is another interception. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6-1, one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile. Now a dump off here complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Brady now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Watch 18. 18's the mic. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
On play action, now Brady. Escaping the pressure right. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Evans. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 2 touchdowns for him already in this first half. This one good for a first down.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up first and goal.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down. Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. Again, they'll throw with Brady. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to get with the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. From the gun on third down, Jackson. And that is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Fourth down, here's Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he is going to have a Ravens first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Jackson will throw again. Right back to Duvernay. That's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Jackson's throw brought in here by Bateman. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. From the 16, Jackson. And my goodness, another interception. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Bucs are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. To throw, it's Brady. It's grabbed over the middle by White. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Well, that's how you convert on 3rd down with an explosive gain of 34. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. Again, it's Brady. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
On 2nd and 10, Brady. This one taken in by Otten.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
Brady going to go on 4th down. And now here is another interception. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. They go play action with Jackson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jamel Dean. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8. The last time we saw 7, 2001, right? Yeah.
It's Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A throw over the middle taken in, and they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A gain there of 21 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Brady going to throw. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Nice job escaping the pocket. And boy, he took the shot downfield towards the end zone, didn't he? Trying to go for 6. It just wasn't there against that coverage. They were ready to prevent the big play.
To throw again on 2nd down. Brady, he completes it to Evans. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the 1st half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Brady now on 1st down. He'll get that out to the flat to White. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
That's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Brady's throw complete there to Evans. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 2 touchdowns for him already in this 1st half. This one good for a 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On play action, it's Brady. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. 5 touchdown passes now for Tom Brady. And the Buccaneers just continue to roll. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a two-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. A short kick taken at the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. They go play action now. Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Devin White, that is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
And now here is another interception. Carlton Davis picks it, and the Buccaneers are going to take over at their own 41.
Well, from what we've seen thus far, this is not a formula for winning football. When you have more turnovers than points scored, that's a tough way to try and win a game.
So after the INT, it's Brady. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Yeah, he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Brady to throw. And my goodness, another interception. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks. To throw on 2nd and 10, Jackson. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the Bucsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Barton, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Jackson now. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions.
And my goodness, another interception. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And he will bring this back. It's a pick-6 and a Raven touchdown. So maybe some signs of life. I mean, this has been a defense. They've been all over the map here in this first half, but they're coming through with a big play.
And sometimes that one play is what you need. And it sounds overly simple, but this is a team that was close to being down and out before halftime. So to come back and return the interception for a touchdown, that's big.
Yeah, maybe it can serve, Charles, like you were alluding to, as a little bit of a wake-up call for them. We'll see. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick-6 on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Brady looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. The final shot before half for Brady. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. Fields this way up at the 17. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely
there he goes, left side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay, 70 yards. And the Ravens are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. And it'll be intercepted.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That's good for a Buccaneer first, to pick up of 12 yards. Now a play fake. Brady. They'll find Fournette again here. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
To throw again on 2nd down. Brady dumps it off to Fournette. So the completion good for just 3. 3rd and 7 now.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And now here is another interception. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over. That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Shaquille Barrett leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach, trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback. I thought that was a completed pass until he came in and forced the ball from his hands. Not only did he make a nice play, he brings up 4th down.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
Flushed out right. And he is not going to get to the goal line. And for the first time here this afternoon, they are thwarted on the two-point conversion. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And now here is another interception. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And yes, folks, that is his fifth interception, a new NFL record.
And that's absolutely phenomenal. I just have to flat out applaud him. What a great effort in this game. But let's face it, when you look back at the numbers of guys who had 4 in the past, you'll find the names of some of the greats and some guys who just had a fantastic game.
And in for the Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Throwing now is Brady. Eluding the pressure right. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally would do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And my goodness, another interception. There he goes right side. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown. And this lead changes hands here in the third quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Looking to throw again on second down. Brady. And Brate, the tight end's got it. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. Brady to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got Otten. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Now Brady again. Looking left sideline, incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Brady. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. 9 yards is the loss on the play, and that's going to bring up the 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of 2 halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The safety, Antoine Winfield, got in there that time.
Safety blitz, such a fun play call to witness when it works. And the deep man can get home for a sack. Great timing by him. Interception earlier in this contest. Now a sack. He's definitely campaigning for Player of the Week honors, isn't he, partner?
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down. Then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back. But it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948, Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Well, the most famous one in my lifetime, I think, is got to be 01, right? Raiders, Patriots, to send the Patriots to the Super Bowl.
You had to go to the tuck roll, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's one people remember. But I also know this. In Miami, the infamous one, the snowplow game. In New England, when they went out there and the Patriots had a guy come out and clear a spot on the field for their field goal kicker to kick the game winner.
Is that 82?
That was 82. and the Dolphins fans will never forget it.
Well, we're not seeing one of those famous games here, but it's fun to be in the snow nonetheless. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Well, this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Buccaneers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the third quarter. But now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Shotgun now for Brady. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Escaping the pressure right. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 24-yard line. Now Brady. He'll leave this one for White. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Again, they'll throw with Brady. It'll buy some time right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, no surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
On second and goal, Brady. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Tyus Bowser able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. And now because of the sack, it's third and goal from the 14. Brady now to throw. He completes it right side to White. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Brady to throw for it on fourth down. Flush to his right. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Buccaneers have retaken a third-quarter lead. Todd Bowles leaving his offense on the field. They're going to go for 2 here. Brady's going to look to throw. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. A short kick taken at the 18. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Flushed out right. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with him.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Andrews. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. Throwing on 1st down is Brady. Sliding out of the pocket. And now here's another interception. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Charles, this is pretty unbelievable. 4 interceptions in a single game. How has he done it?
Well, if you open up the football dictionary and see the term nose for the ball, this guy's going to pop up now. He is now the picture. And maybe if you're on the offensive side, you try and find a way to throw away from his area from this point forward, don't you?
I think I would advise that. After the interception, here's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
On 2nd and 10, Jackson. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Now it's Jackson. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. Oh, Lamar Jackson just so electric, Charles, when he gets into open space, and we saw Exhibit A right there.
You know something? I'm standing up here in the booth next to you watching the play. He buckled my ankles on that one as well. It doesn't matter whether you're actually on the field trying to chase him or you're just watching him play. This guy is sheer excitement.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
Airing this one out for Evans. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Ravens are right back in this football game. And we now have a new single-game interception king, a record-breaking 5th pick there.
If that's not the true definition of a ball hawk, I don't know what is. That is absolutely phenomenal. What comes to mind quickly, partner, is one of the more recent ones to get to 4. D'Angelo Hall, a terrific player in his own right, but in this case, 5. That sets a brand new NFL record.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
To throw again on second down, Jackson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And he's going to get this down near the 25. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Brady. Flush to his right. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, the best don't mind making tough throws, but that was a real difficult one right there. Out of the pocket, trying to beat double coverage. More times than not, that's going to end up as an incomplete pass, if not worse.
This is caught by Evans. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Rashad White from 10 yards out. And the Buccaneers are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Well, CD, you know he's got great options at wide receiver, tight end, but there he looks to the backfield, and it results in a touchdown.
I love how you laid that out. So many options. You maybe forget about some of the ones that you should be covering. And they made them pay with that one, didn't they? You forget about the guys in the backfield. They're eligible, too.
That throw by Brady, incomplete. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken just shy of the 10. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Levante David. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
2nd and 2. Now Brady. And a dump off to White. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Brady now on first down. Over the middle to Evans. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Bucs have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. A short kick taken at the 18. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be... And, my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Levante David. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
Play action. Now Jackson. And this is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They go play action with Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Right side, there's Likely with it. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. No hesitation, goes right back to Likely. And he is trying to get to the marker. Going to depend on the spot, but I'm not sure he got there, and he did not. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on 4th, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Yeah, momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much 4th downs were emphasized. You know, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you. You know, if people are going to go for it on 4th down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Brady rolling to his right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one. And oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down. Again, it's Brady. And this is caught by Evans. And they'll get this down to the 10. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
He'll get that out to the flat to right.
So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second down. Brady going to throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Brady going to go on 4th down. And he is going to be out of bounds a mile away from that yellow line, and that will become a turnover on downs. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that, saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Play action. It's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
That's taken in by Duvernay.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. The end result, 21 yards.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw is Jackson. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Logan Ryan.
And the Bucs are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stares on that sideline. This is one of those games where you just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
Now Brady.
And he wisely will throw that one away. Well, the incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Here's Brady to throw. He'll buy some time right. Touchdown!
Tom Brady with a touchdown. Turnover.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Miami Dolphins and the Green Bay Packers. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and off we go from Lambeau.
A short kick taken at the 18. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack.
So a tough early challenge here. 2nd and long after the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers.
This one swung out here to Jones.
A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now it's Rodgers.
He has it complete to Christian Watson.
Will go down as a gain of 6. And that'll bring up 4th down. Still leaves them with 4th and short. Any chance you go for it?
It's definitely in the back of my mind. In fact, I've discussed it with my staff all week long, different situations that I may want to go for it. Where's the ball in the field? Do I have confidence in my trigger guy? What am I going to do? I'm also talking about my analytics department. What are the odds if I don't get it? What's it going to do to me the rest of the game? Personally, I end up taking all that, putting it in my head, and making a decision. And you know me, I'm probably going to go for it.
Wow, you want to make an opening drive statement.
Yes, I do. Once I have the ball and I've got it on the move, I don't want to just give up that easily.
And again, it's Rodgers. Flushed out right. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Mancombs were so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Rodgers going to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. Got a man, that's Lazard. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Packers unable to pick up the 1st. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very 1st drive of the afternoon. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. Tua going to throw. Getting this out to the flat. Mostert. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Now Tua. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Tua setting up shop to throw again. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 55 yards. And the Dolphins have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Rodgers now on 1st down. A check down here to Jones. Finding room at midfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Rodgers now on 1st down. Right side to Watson. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Bradley Chubb, now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
Well, don't tell any defensive coordinator I played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the 4th down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot if that's what they want to do.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. He finds Watson complete. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they wind up with a gain of 11 there on 4th down. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. On 1st down, Rodgers drops it to Jones in the flat. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Rodgers to throw once more. He'll find Jones again, complete. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. Here's Rodgers. And it's caught. And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Rodgers hitting Alan Lazard. And the Packers are back within a couple of the lead. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
And this is caught. So they get the 2 points, and now we're even at 8-8. So 8-8 our score now as he'll send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
And this might not be the last interception we see, Brandon. Both of these teams like to throw the football, but here in this snow, ball's not going to always go where you want it to. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And incomplete on the deep ball.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Now a throw here to his running back. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal. These two teams all tied after one. To throw, it's Rodgers. And he's got it. Touchdown. Aaron Rodgers hitting Alan Lazard. And the Packers have taken the lead. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll make our score 15-8. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, They may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And it's second down.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Tua sets up to pass it.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers.
Open man left side, it's the tight end, Tunyon.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Rodgers finding Watson for the Packer first.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers.
Tunyon's got it on the out route. Down inside the 10.
And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And the Packers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Extra point through the...